Okay.
World.
Also, since you got to here, I forgot to tell you this. If we have some extra time, I was want to show you some those Tom Grossi videos just for the stream and not record it. Because he did some shit on he did some funny shit. I think you might find interesting. So that's that. And we're recording now. Welcome back to From Half Court, episode 16 of From Half Court. We have a ton of news from Wednesday. We have a ton of news from Wednesday and Thursday of yesterday. Whoa. Whoa. The league has kind of shifted. I think we talked about on Monday about the AFC West and how the dominance of the AFC West, and I was like, AFC West this, AFC West that. I think the AFC West just got shook up even crazier. Davante Adams has been traded to the Las Vegas Raiders, and he's looking to be signed to be the highest paid receiver in the league. Darren, I know you're a super Raiders fan. What's your first thoughts on this when this happened? Oh, I can already
I
see you
think.
smiling.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
The pretty much the only thing I a lot of Raiders fans knew this was either going that this was going to happen. Um, for a while, like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, we found out that Devonte Adams bought a house in Las Vegas, and we already knew he played with Derek Carr in college. So I'm excited about the news. Obviously, I'm super hyped about the news. Him, Chandler Jones. I think it's uh I think it's a new day in Las Vegas, especially. But the AFC West is super stacked. Talent out the wazoo. Most talented division in football probably ever.
So, what's your first thoughts for your Raiders? Are you guys immediately Super Bowl or bust? Is that the mode you guys are in, or is it still you got to wait for your the draft to fill out some more pieces, fill out some more holes? What
Um,
mindset are you in as a fan?
I'm in great mindset. I'm great. I'm not really projecting too much next right now. Um, every team got better, so I'm really not projecting. I think every team should be obviously plus 500, not like lower than that. So I'm just happy. I'm just happy today. We stole a great receiver. I feel like we didn't have to give up much for him. First and a second for Devonte Adams is a great deal. I'll do that all day. And yeah, we do gotta see how the draft works, but um,
Oh man, you froze again.
take Mike Mayock did in 2 days.
Repeat what you just said. You froze.
Dave Zeitler did a better job than Mike Mayock did in 2 days.
Wow, wow. That's how you feel?
That's 100% how I feel. I think Mike Mayock got like the very mediocre deals done. I feel like Dave Zeitler came over and was like, okay, we saw what the Rams just did, so we're going to go ahead and try to make the biggest. We'll give up our first round picks for a Super Bowl, like a possible Super Bowl. So I think it's great. You can't possibly guard everybody on that team. Who are you going to double? Devontae Adams? Leave Hunter Renfro wide open. He's going to move the chains every time. 100 plus catches this year. All right, let's say you figure out how to take away those two. What are you going to do about Darren Waller? Okay, let's say somehow magically you got all the best corners in the league and you take away all of that. Still got Josh Jacobs on a great run game. At the end, you got Josh McDaniels being an offensive guru. So I think this is great. This is just great.
Did you guys just fleece the Packers?
Yeah, yeah. Them and Devontae Adams help. And another thing that people have been saying, he chose Derek Carr over Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I heard that that the Packers matched the offer.
Yes, and he chose to go to Las Vegas and make more money because no income tax in Vegas, Nevada in general. But yeah, man, yeah, that says a lot to me, especially To me, that doesn't say that I just want to play football with you. That really says that I'm friends with you, and to me, that means something to me. That means something to me. Las Vegas, we back, baby. Vegas Raiders, we back.
So let's look at my other thing was let's look at the other side of the trade. Like I said, I kind of feel like the Packers got fleeced. Um, I know getting something back is better than nothing. First round pick and second round pick this year. Use that right away immediately. But if you're Aaron Rodgers and you just sign here for 4 more years for $50 million, nice. That's good. That's great money. Um, what are you thinking right now? You just lost your number one target. Do you just go
Yeah,
if you're Packers? You go get another one in the draft? Is that a
yeah,
priority, or just get a
yeah.
cheap one? Hopefully, get one of these top receivers in the draft.
If I was them, I would bring in somebody like a Colby. I don't know if Randall Cobb is still there after this year, but I would bring in somebody like Cole Beasley to look on the waiver market. But they'll somebody also said because they're picking like 22nd and 28th,
Yeah.
they chose 2 picks to up in the draft and try to get like a Chris Olave or one of the Alabama receivers or something like that. I think that would be great for them. But ultimately, they're decapitated with receivers. There's 2 teams that I'm just very shocked about what they're doing at receiver right now.
Who?
Obviously, Green Bay, because that's who we're talking about. They let go of Devonte Adams, and I understood that. Like I said, I thought it was going to happen for a while. I felt like it was going to happen for a while. Um, they don't got Marquez Valdez-Scantling under contract. He's a free agent, so pretty much they have Alan Lazard and maybe Randall. Even sure about that. I think that might have been a 1 year deal, a 2 year deal. So I'm not too sure. And then you got the Dallas Cowboys. I understood the Amari Cooper trade, but that was only if you re-signed Cedric Wilson because that boy number one, he was moving the chains for the Dallas like no problem last year.
I think the NFL is going to be very interesting next year, especially
You
in
hear me?
the AFC West. I can't wait to see what happens. Um, Another big thing that happened. They're saying Deshaun Watson's teams are down to the Falcons and the Saints. Those are the last two choices that everybody else is out the running. To move on to that kind of the next topic too, a little bit. They said that the Browns are out, but Baker wants a trade as well. But let's talk about Deshaun Watson first. Falcons Saints, what's a better fit?
Um, I'll let you answer this one first.
I don't think either team's a better fit. But to get to your point from I think Monday, whoever gets Deshaun Watson between the Falcons or the Saints, the loser is the person that doesn't get him. Because it's a very weak division. Immediately putting a quarterback on either of those teams, I think both those teams have really good weapons on both sides of the on their side of the ball, offensive side of the ball. From Alvin Kamara to Falcons with their young talent, Kyle Pitts. Fortunately, lost Calvin Ridley, but I think they're both very talented on both sides on the offensive side of the ball. I'm not really sure about each other's offensive lines, which one would play better for him specifically. But it's definitely an upgrade for either of them at quarterback. I'd rather see him with the Falcons because I really like Taysom Hill. And I kind of want him to see him succeed as a quarterback for the Saints, as a starting quarterback for the Saints moving forward. That would be really dope to me. So I'd rather see him on the Falcons and see how that happens. Did you
Yeah.
listen to me?
Yeah, I heard you. I can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, I feel you. He did grow up in Atlanta. I guess he was the Falcons ball boy growing up as a kid at one point.
Mm.
Um, those are all cool things. I like that. That would be a cool situation. But personally, I think he should go to the Saints. Better offensive weapons. I think Michael Thomas comes back and plays with them. I think that left tackle, who's pretty much the number one free agent right now, I think he's a left tackle. Could be wrong. I know he's a tackle. Armstead, he'll probably re-sign with the Saints if that was the case. And Then you got your quarterback. They got better weapons in Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, uh, Callaway, and I can't remember the other people's names. But I think they got better offensive weapons. You can still put a Taysom Hill in there in certain packages. Uh, and they got a better offensive line. I think the Falcons, they lost too much in this offseason. Calvin Ridley, one of them. Kyle Pitts is pretty good, but he's a tight end. And they lost Russell Gage to Tampa Bay, and that's a big hit. I don't know how they did that. Just I'm telling you, like that's a Russell Gage is nice. You put him with Tom Brady, he turns to a different beast. Uh, but Atlanta just doesn't have an offensive line or really the weapons that I would like to see Deshaun Watson with. But he does. It would be good to see him at home.
Definitely. Always good to see players go back home, especially since LeBron did it. Uh, our next topic.
Wait.
You
Are
got
we
some
going to
thoughts?
Baker Mayfield? Did we talk
Yes.
about Baker Mayfield?
Yeah, we're moving to Baker.
Oh, I'm sorry, my fault. Go ahead.
Next topic, Baker Mayfield. So it's been reported since the Browns were trying to trade for Deshaun Watson. Baker obviously found out, pretty viral news. Baker sent out a bunch of like a tweets thanking the Browns fans for being with him and his family, being respectful for him and his family, just thanking Cleveland Browns fans in general. Basically, it came off as saying, "Oh, he's about to leave the Cleveland Browns." But then it came out that the Browns were out of the running for Deshaun Watson. So it was like, okay, Baker's probably staying in Cleveland. Baker was like, nah, bro, I still want out. But the Browns are like, nah, we don't want you out. We're not going to trade you. So it's like, so in Cleveland, it's kind of a standstill right now. So what is your thoughts on this situation?
A messy ass situation.
It's a Cleveland ass situation.
It's messy.
I know
They
I share your
shouldn't.
thoughts, but Darren, these niggas thought they were going to win a Super Bowl last year. Tell me if I'm wrong. Did you predict them to win our division?
I think I had the Ravens winning the other division.
Okay. I was okay.
Yeah. Uh, um, this is a failure on all fronts. This is a failure for Baker for still playing. Baker should have not played on through that torn labrum because for some reason, in the fans, oh my goodness, I like Cleveland fans. I'm a fan of Cleveland Browns fans because they're passionate, but they're real. But this was the one sign where I was like, yo, y'all don't even make any sense. Like, this doesn't make any sense. He shouldn't have been playing. They shouldn't have turned on him because he was playing. If you ask me, coaching staff that he was playing, he should not have been in those games with that torn labrum. I cannot stress that enough. So when this whole thing happens, this is where they also fail, is because they make it known publicly that they're targeting Deshaun Watson instead of trying to do it privately. And if it just gets out, it gets out, whatever, right? But if you're doing it privately, you tried at least. And also, you could also just go up to Baker Mayfield and say, "Hey, we're trying to get better at no disrespect." Da da da. Guess where that worked with? Worked with Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins, they told him, "Hey, we're trying to get better at quarterback." They didn't get their quarterback in last year's draft because I think they were going to try to go up in it, and they had to keep Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins just signed a 30 million deal, 30 million, some 30, like 35 million, something like that, guaranteed for 1 year. So
Which is a
it,
lot of money.
yeah, bro. If you ask me, it's a failure on all fronts, though. It's not just Baker. It's not just the front office. They both did this extremely ugly, and the only way out of it at this point is trading Baker. And if you ask me, at this point, you got to get him out the AFC. I think Deshaun Watson ends up with the Saints, and I think they should trade Field for Matt Ryan to the Cleveland Browns. And I would love Matt Ryan offense, that offensive line, that running game, and hopefully he'll get another receiver with him.
Maybe I'm old school, Darren, but I want to see Matt Ryan retire with the Falcons. He's already old. He's already not looking like he's ever going to win a Super Bowl or get close to a Super Bowl again. At least in my opinion, it doesn't look like it.
So trade him to the AFC to that good offensive line. that good run game, that good defense, and let him make the most minimal throws.
I feel what you're saying, but something always goes wrong in Cleveland. Like they're not going to be like Chris Olave's on the board, Garrett Wilson's on the board, and they're not going to draft him. They're going to draft that Drake London dude out of USC. Then he's going to turn out to be a bust because he was in Cleveland. Then his contract's up in 4 years. He goes signs with like the Dolphins or something, and he goes balls out. Is like an all pro receiver.
I
That's like
personally
what's going to
cannot
happen.
predict because Cleveland had better success in the past couple years. They would have had success this year if they would have sat Baker Mayfield when his torn labrum actually happened. But they didn't. They wanted to be stupid, and Baker Mayfield
But
wanted to be stupid.
that's Baker's. That's calling Baker's personality though.
That's
Gutsy,
stupid.
moxie, play through
That,
pain.
that's why he should be a good backup quarterback in Las Vegas. The backup Derek Carr. But that ain't gonna
I
happen.
don't think Baker's ready to be a backup. I think Baker is 2 bad seasons away from being a backup in the NFL. Because I think people give him, at least I give him a little bit of slack because he's on the Browns. Because I really believe there's something wrong with like that organization. Because bro, there's no reason you should go through that many quarterbacks like that. You shouldn't be like going through quarterbacks like a new shirt. You know what I'm saying?
No. Detroit Lions maybe, but no, not Cleveland. They did a good job these past couple of years. Their biggest they just messed up. These are two big blunders
But
by
if
this new staff. Just two big
but
blunders.
to your point, if you want this guy to be your franchise guy, why is he playing through this torn labrum?
It never
That
made
makes me
sense.
feel like you don't care about him.
It never made sense to me. Makes sense to me. Each game I saw him out there, I was like, why won't y'all just put the backup in? Let this man get healthy and figure this out either next year or have him come back for the playoffs healthy. Because y'all can still make the playoffs with the backup quarterback. It made no sense. It made no sense for the Browns. I'll be honest with you. No sense. And they had just got that safety from John Johnson from leave it alone. We can move to the next topic
All right.
because of shit.
The next topic is Von Miller says something special about joining the Bills. So Von Miller's signing the Bills. He signed for like 6 years and a ridiculous amount of money. It was something crazy, Darren. Where you see this money, you're gonna be like, what? He's 32 and he signed for that? Von Miller contract. Where's it at? 6 years, 120 million. I don't know how much is guaranteed, but he's going to the Bills. How do you feel about that? I think it's
It's,
a pretty big deal.
it's perfect. It's just perfect. It's just perfect. Um, it's perfect. I don't know how else to put it. When they said, "Hey, you can either come back to the Rams and chase Kyler Murray and try to deal with the best left tackle in football with San Francisco, or you can come on over, play with this strong arm quarterback on the other side, head up our defense with our good corner, good middle linebacker and Tremont Evans, and good corner and I can't remember. Why can't I not remember? Tre'Davious White. Good safeties, and all you have to do is go get stand in the pocket, Mac Jones, stand in the pocket too, mobile, Wilson, kind of mobile. All young, all fresh. Two of them really don't move like that.
You think this? I feel like this is one of these deals that are front sided for the team, back sided for the player. So I feel like usually in these situations, hopefully, knock on wood, they want to get 2 to 3 good years out of Von Miller. And Von Miller is just getting that big contract on the back end, and he's just going to probably bank off the money on those back 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And because usually, let's assume he's going to fall off after those 3 years, like significantly. I think this works out for both teams. Is basically my point. Good front end deal for the Bills. Good back end deal for Von Miller. Hopefully, this is getting a superstar pass rusher like this can get him to a Super Bowl. That's what this signing says to me. This is get me to a Super Bowl signing. Why are you shaking your head?
The AFC is just stupid stacked. I can't pick one team that just be like, oh yeah, this team should make this trade or this signing. So when you say it should get them there, I see what you're saying, but putting a standard on any team right now is kind of hard. You know what I mean?
No.
You really don't. Josh Allen, Von Miller, Stephon Diggs, Tre'Davious White, Tremont Edmonds, who's their safe, Micah Hyde or something like that. Bro, this team is stacked. But you can go to the Raiders and be like, yo, this team is stacked. You go to the Chiefs and be like, yo, this team is stacked. Chargers is stacked. There's
But I
the
see what you.
Cleveland Browns is stacked. If they get the right quarterback, they're a stacked team.
I see what you're saying, Darren. But isn't that what makes football great? All these teams are stacked, but they're stacked in different ways. They're not all stacked in the same way. They all don't have elite superstar quarterbacks. They all don't have elite superstar receivers. They all don't have elite superstar pass rushers. It's all mixed around.
I
It's
don't
all in
know.
different places.
Dog, I don't know about that statement. They all don't have elite receivers. The only team that is really good on that blimps on my radar who doesn't have an elite receiver is Denver. And we just don't know yet because they didn't have a quarterback this whole time. You see what I'm saying?
We see potential there, yeah.
What team doesn't have an elite receiver? Doesn't have
In
an
the
elite
AFC,
corner?
anybody in the AFC or just like the AFC like playoff teams?
The playoff, the real stack look like they're going to make the playoffs, or they was just in the playoffs.
Um, New England doesn't have a.
They're not
Which
making this. They're not making the playoffs next year. I'm
they would
sorry,
sit at
Patriots.
7. That's still a good record.
Yeah, they're not making that next year. The books out on Mac Jones. We know what he can do, and they still don't got a receiver.
Uh, some people would argue Pittsburgh doesn't have an elite receiver. Elite.
Bullshit.
Who's elite?
That nigga Deontay Johnson gets open all the time for some reason.
But here's the thing. He's only that his first Pro Bowl year was last year, so he's had one elite year. I don't think that makes him elite. You give me like consistency, and he kind of choked in the playoffs. He didn't play well in the playoffs. He kind of started dropping balls again. Uh, are you consider Mario Cooper elite still?
I don't like. No, that's different. I don't like that nigga.
Baltimore Ravens. Stop. Ravens don't have a elite receiver.
Damn, I feel like they were supposed to go get somebody in free agency. Look, give them some time.
Julio just got released.
That's one player. You going to forget about AJ Brown?
I'm just saying Julio got released.
I'm saying AJ Brown there.
Who's AJ Brown's
Look,
elite?
most
Colts
of
don't have
those
an elite
teams,
receiver.
most of
T.Y.
those
Hilton's not
teams,
elite anymore.
okay, fair. But they still got that one weapon in Jonathan.
That's what I'm saying. It's at different places.
Okay, fair. Fair. But
It's
there are
everybody
certain
doesn't. Every
teams.
team is not built with the same formula. Is that a better way to say it?
Yeah, but every team got a significant piece. A piece that you can give the ball to damn near play in, play out.
Darren, the Jaguars have a significant piece.
I'm talking
The
about
Lions have a
a,
significant piece. Everybody
they
has at
just
least
got
one
DJ
significant
Sharp.
piece.
They just got DJ Sharp.
Who? The Lions?
Yeah.
I actually really like that
Me
for
too,
them.
actually. I ain't gonna lie.
They
I
they
think that
um they have some interesting receivers that they still need to hopefully develop, especially the Ahmad St. Brown. That's the one I'm specifically thinking of. But DJ Chark gives a receiver room a strong upgrade from what it was last year. I feel like
yeah.
that wins you an extra 2-3 games.
Uh
I think he can win you extra 2 games.
don't sleep on the Lions, man. Don't honestly, what happens with that division now? Because Aaron Rodgers was beating everybody, but he was beating everybody with Devonte Adams.
I think he's going to still be beating everybody. It's just going to be a matter of how Aaron Rodgers is going to look with his team in the playoffs.
You know what? I'm calling it right now. I don't know if they beat Green Bay for that division, but either right there for the number right underneath them, or they're going to outdo them. I got Minnesota outdoing them this year.
Whoa. Hot takes. You need to write that shit down. I want you to write that shit down. That's a hot take. That's a hot take. So you have Minnesota.
Either outdoing them or being right there next to them,
So what's the
like a
qualifications?
game or two behind.
What is so?
Not
What's
like
the like head to head? You got to win both games. Split.
I don't know if I got
Better
them
record.
going. I don't know about that. I got them probably winning one of those games. At least one of those games, but I think they're going to be probably 2 games behind within a 2 game range of Green Bay. So it could be 2 games behind or 2 games in front. But I got Minnesota because they got a new coach.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cousins, they obviously like if they just signed him to that deal for 1 year.
Definitely, but
That's
that's Kirk Cousins' best deal he's probably going to have in his NFL career, unless he balls out this
absolutely
year.
Justin Jefferson, Adam
Baller.
Thielen, Conklin, KJ Osborne, Dalvin Cook. Now all of this goes out the window if Dalvin Cook does stay healthy. Won't let that be known. But Dalvin Cook, you got an elite offense. Now you just got to shore up your defense. And if you shore up on your defense, then how
So
can I not say? Yeah, they just Green Bay just got rid of Zadarius Smith and Devonte Adams. Now they got don't get me wrong, they still got the pieces in Jair Alexander,
mm-hmm.
Preston Smith, the Frank Clark, Kenny Clark. And but the offensive side is just so open. Like we just don't know who he's going to target. And Aaron Rodgers, if he doesn't trust the receiver, he doesn't throw the ball to the receiver.
let me. I'm gonna push back on that a little bit. The only reason I don't want to call them an elite. Are you here? Oh, you froze on me. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. All right, I'm gonna kick him. All right. All right, you're back. You're back. All right. Um, Let me push back on that a little bit about the whole elite offense thing for the Minnesota Vikings. Can you really call them an elite offense if Kirk Cousins isn't performing elite? Because I feel like Kirk Cousins has been a good quarterback for the Vikings, but not elite. I think if Kirk Cousins was being elite, the Vikings should be winning that division consistently. I think their weapons are elite on that team, but I don't know if I can call it an elite offense just because of. I think Kirk Cousins holds that team back from being an elite offense. Could he come out this year and ball out and become elite? Totally, but from what we've seen, I don't think we can call that offense elite yet.
Give me 1 second. Keep talking. I'm about to try to push back on you with evidence. Give me 1 second.
Okay. But I was really big on Minnesota last year. I think I had them having a decent record. I think they'll have them going something like uh 9-7, 10-7, something like that. I'm really big on Justin Jefferson. They have a great complimentary receiver in Adam Thielen. Great run game. I just always feel like Kirk Cousins is good, not great. Darren's looking for some evidence to prove me wrong right now.
Yeah, pretty much got it. All right. So in the first game
Okay.
versus the Vikings this year, it was at Vikings. Green Bay actually lost to them, 31-34. And my whole point is that's a 31-34. That offense put up 34. In week
How did Kirk
17,
Cousins play?
I don't know. I just know they put up 34 points, so I assume that he didn't play back. 34 points. But in week 17, they got stomped. I admit it. They was at Green Bay, 37-10. So maybe that was just being out in the weather, but they
Hmm.
split the series. So I can't really say that Kirk Cousins doesn't play elite. Are you going to look for that specific week for Kirk Cousins?
I thought you were going through the whole schedule, so I was just looking for the schedule. But
No, I was just going towards that game because we're talking about winning that division.
right,
I think, put it like this: Mike Zimmerman is known. Mike Zimmer,
I think I got fired.
yeah, he got fired, but
Oh,
he was known for he's a defensive coach.
okay. Oh, you froze on me again, dog. Damn. You back?
Can you
All
hear
right.
me?
Yeah, now I can. Go ahead.
Mike
You're
Zimmer, Mike Zimmer is a defensive coach, but that defense didn't play well. People were scoring mad points on him.
they were hurt all year though. I'm pretty sure their pass rusher was hurt. I'm pretty sure their linebackers were on and off hurt all year. At least those are like their best players on that defense. For real. Pat
I
Peterson was kind
agree.
of old.
I agree, and that's why he's a free agent right now. But at the end of the day, that's why your coach got fired because the defense couldn't keep the game manageable score wise. So I think that offense can be elite, but the defense have to match them.
Wait, hold on. So you don't think the offense is elite?
I think the offense can absolutely be elite, but the defense has to match them.
So
Yes,
we
they
agree
are.
then.
They probably. But I think they're good enough to be right there with Green Bay next year. That's my whole point.
I see what you're
Because
saying. Good enough to be right there with Green Bay. Hmm. I don't think they're gonna have a problem from the standpoint of worrying about the Lions or the Bears. So obviously that's good. Like I don't think I think half the division's basically out of the race for that division already. So I think that helps them. Um, and they only have to worry about Aaron Rodgers. So yeah, bro. I think if they can stack their team up. Oh shit, we got a new chat. We got a new chat. What's up, dude? FNC Mine, what's up, bro? We're talking about some free agency moves. Right now we're talking about the Minnesota Vikings. If you don't mind, tell us, do you think Kirk Cousins is an elite quarterback? Do you think he's a good quarterback? What do you think about Kirk Cousins as a quarterback?
particularly with his offense, particularly with his offense.
Okay.
This all started just because I said I think they should win their division because of Devonte Adams news was a Darius Smith. I think both of those are big hits. They're like put it like this: they have one injury on that defensive side. What happens if Jair Alexander goes down? Who is going to stop Justin Jefferson?
Yeah.
No one. There's no one. And I like Jair Alexander. He's clearly one of the best corners in the game. But if he goes down, there's nobody to stop Justin Jefferson. And everybody struggles with Dalvin Cook. Everybody struggles with Dalvin Cook. His health is the only thing that really slows him up. Got more time?
Uh, so you kind of mentioned it earlier. The Packers, I think released Zadarius Smith, linebacker that they had, and he was planning on signing with the Ravens, but apparently he backed out the deal. That's the second player I've seen this free agency back out of a deal with the team that they already made.
Who's the
Uh,
first one?
Gregory something for like they signed with like the Cowboys, then backed out.
No. That was a different situation. Randy Gray, and he ever Rocco, so it tells you what our division's like. That was totally different. I think it was something more with the Cowboys. They did something with that deal. I think they took the deal off the table and was trying to restructure. And he had already had the deal on the table, and they pretty much said no. Tried to give him a different deal, and at that point, it was pretty much test the market. But I see what you're saying. Um, Yeah, this is different. Zadarius Smith used to play for Baltimore too, so I don't know if it's just something with that city he don't like or something with that organization he don't like. But that's wild, ain't it?
I think so because all from everything I've ever heard since I've been alive, Baltimore's been a first class organization. The only people that really don't like the Ravens organization are Cleveland Browns fans because they moved from Cleveland. That's a history thing.
Yeah,
But besides that, I really don't. The Ravens have been a pretty first class organization as far as I've been concerned. So I always thought that was
yeah.
kind of weird.
I was kind of confused about it too because I saw it last night. Um, what it could have did for this team with those corners being healthy was special because they lost Judon the year before, and we saw him ball out. He's debatably the Patriots' best player. Um, they need that pass rusher, and I don't know why. I don't know what team he ends up with, but I can't for the life of me understand why. Like, I personally want to know why he backed out of that deal. Was it the money? Was it something with the organization? What happened? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's kind of wow.
definitely. We definitely need to find that out. So we're over our 30-minute mark, but um we could still talk about if you want to keep going, we can still talk about NCAA brackets tournament if you want to talk about
Yeah,
that. I can go over that real
yeah.
quick.
You can go over it. I might just need a recap on everything. 'Cause the only thing I know is Kentucky lost, right? In the
Kentucky
first
lost
round.
to the number 15. But
Oh,
I filled out a bracket yesterday cuz I believe in filling out one bracket every year. Oh, I forgot Ohio State played at 12:15 today. So they're playing right
mm,
now. So shout out to Ohio State. We're playing Loyal Chicago.
Lola. Yep. Loyola.
Chicago. So hopefully they win. But I wanted to pull up my bracket and just show y'all my bracket and just go through it that way.
I'm guessing it's busted like everybody else is in the world.
It's what?
Busted like everybody else is in the world.
It's not that busted. It's not that busted yet. I actually had a pretty good first day. So let's get over to my showing my screen. All right. Can you see?
Yep.
All right. So let's start with the West bracket, the west side of the bracket. I had Gonzaga winning their first game. And I had Memphis beating Boise State. First of all, you always pick number ones in the first round. That's easy. That's easy. That's easy NCAA bracket. Boise State is not a basketball school. Or this is the next question: are you a basketball school? Boise State is not a basketball school. So I will not pick Boise State to win basketball games. So I picked Memphis. Memphis won. New Mexico State. I don't know that much about New Mexico State, so I went UConn. I went with a basketball school. UConn
Mm,
lost. You don't
yeah.
win them every time.
Yeah.
Arkansas. I took Arkansas. Higher ranking against a very small school. Uh, Alabama plays Notre Dame later today. I took Alabama in that game. That's kind of a shot in the dark. I'm gonna be 100 with you. Texas Tech plays another small school. I took Texas Tech. Now this is gonna be a really good basketball game. Michigan State versus Davidson. Both of these teams have really good basketball programs. I went with Michigan State. I went with Big Ten here. Uh,
Or the two.
I went Duke winning their game against their 15 seed. For the second round of that bracket, I had Gonzaga beating Memphis. Gonzaga has that Chet dude. Homie, I think his name's like Chet something, Chet Holmgren or something. That white boy's nice. He gets like one of the skilled white boy of the year award or something. Because that white he's long. He got Kevin Durant. He gives me Kevin Durant vibes. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Now top of my
Darren,
head.
if you see
So,
this white boy, you're gonna be like, oh shit. That boy can hoop a little bit. He can hoop a little bit. I like him. So let's just stay on the first round. I don't know why I moved on to the second round. First round of the South. I got Arizona beating their 16 seed.
Ray State.
I got Seton Hall beating TCU. I look at Seton Hall more of a historically better basketball school, so I took Seton Hall. I got Houston beating UAB. Illinois beating UTC, going back to the Big Ten. Uh, in a really good game, I had Michigan beating Colorado State. Even though Colorado State was ranked higher, Michigan's from a basketball school historically, and they're in the Big Ten. Two things going for them. I like them in that matchup. Ohio State's playing Loyal Chicago right now. Of course, I'm taking OSU. And just to let people know, I'm always biased to OSU on my brackets. I always have them going farther than they probably should be. Going to like the Elite Eight, Sweet 16, probably when they shouldn't be, when they probably should be like a first round exit. Yes, I'm that guy. Yes, I'm that guy. And I got Villanova beating their 15 seed in the South. So what have we learned so far? Basketball schools, we pick basketball schools, and we pick good basketball conferences to help us make our selections. Basketball schools, basketball conferences. Sometimes you do have to make guesses, but sometimes you got to flip that coin. All right. In the Midwest, I have Kansas over their 16 seed from Texas. That's an easy one. I picked Creighton over San Diego State. I've seen Creighton in the NCAA tournament. I consider that means they have a better basketball program historically. So I took Creighton in that game. They did win. So this is an interesting one. Iowa is a very high ranked basketball team. All right, so Michael just said, "Can we get a live reaction to Def Grips Double Helix?" No, Michael. I don't even know what that is. We're talking about the tournament right now, so I don't even know what that is, dog.
What do you say?
I don't even know. I can't even pronounce that shit. He said, "Can we get a live reaction of Def Grips Double Helix?" It sounds like some type of like rock song.
It kind of does. We could be completely off though, so we're gonna keep on going.
Where were we at? You have the music talk tag. Oh, that's probably mostly for the podcast. We talk about music on our podcast that we do every Sunday live. This is just mostly sports talk. So yeah, I probably should take the music tag off.
I'm going to check out this though later today. Just because of you, I'm gonna check out this. This looks what Death Grips. Is
Double
there a specific
Helix.
Double Helix? This can't. Is this a new song or did it come out in 2012? I don't
He
know. I'm gonna
said,
check this out.
"Will you be doing a Def Grip section on the next episode?" We
Look,
might, Darren.
tune.
We might have to save Def Grips for the podcast because
I was gonna say,
that's
tell
some
them
funny ass shit.
tune in Sunday around 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and probably the first thing I have to let you know about is what I think about that song because I think
Oh,
it's just one
let me
song.
write this shit down because I'm gonna forget
Yeah,
about that shit.
yeah.
That's funny as fuck.
Oh, it's gonna be the first thing I see when I open my phone when we done today. So I'm gonna check it out probably as soon as we done.
Oh man, Def.
F Crib Double Helix. I'm gonna check this out after. Hopefully, it's a great song.
Double Helix. If it doesn't make me want to mosh pit, it's a terrible song.
Don't we? Okay, let's continue with this real quick.
Where's I at? I took Richmond over Iowa, even though Iowa is a Big Ten school, pretty good basketball. I like Richmond more. I just like their logo. I'm gonna be 100 with you.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. He said, "I've set a reminder. Thank you. You guys sure don't want to react now, real quick, bro. You're gonna mosh so fucking hard."
And no, we can't react right now, man. We gotta check. We gotta have to turn off the stream and listen to the song and everything. So we gotta wait till Sunday.
Oh shit, that's funny. I can't wait to mosh.
I can't wait to check out the song after.
Me too. Who else? I got Providence over San Diego State. LSU over Iowa State. Wisconsin, historically good basketball school. I took them. I have them going pretty deep. I took Miami over USC. USC. I don't really see USC as a basketball school. I still remember when Little, you remember in the I think it was Little Romeo played at fucking USC. You remember that?
Yeah,
He got like a full ride scholarship to play at USC.
yeah. That's
Uh,
we got another son that plays like for Tennessee. I think it's basketball too.
Master P.
Yeah.
That's pretty lit. And Auburn over JVST. And let me go over this East bracket real quick. Oh, okay. He said he'll be back Sunday at 1 p.m. We'll see you then, bro. We'll see you then.
Oh,
Uh, so it looks like Baylor blew the fuck out of this team. No homo. They blew those niggas out. UNC blew those niggas out. Both good basketball schools. That's why I took them. Uh, by the way, putting up 95 points in a college basketball game is fucking ridiculous. I just had to get that
yeah.
off my chest.
That's good coaching.
Um, I took Indiana over SMC. I think this is St. Mary's. Don't quote me on that.
Mary's College.
I don't know what SMC is. But I took Indiana over them. Big Ten basketball school. I thought they would win. They didn't win. They got smacked actually.
Definitely.
Uh oh my god. I missed this game, but Akron was dueling. What they were going back and forth for UCLA yesterday. They were playing their hearts out. So I was looking at their record. Looks like Akron had like a pretty good season this year or something because they only had like 9 losses. So they
Yeah, that's pretty
probably
good.
had 9 losses and they probably won the MAC.
Yeah, I don't see no other Mac school up here now. Think about it.
Yeah. So shout out to Akron. They were close to
Oh,
getting the win.
oh. I went to Kent State. I don't like Kent either, but Blue Akron as well. Go ahead.
That's crazy. I took Texas over Virginia Tech. Texas is a basketball state. Purdue over Yale. They're just smart at Yale. They don't play basketball. Um, Murray State. They've been good in the NCCA tournament these past couple of years. And Kentucky got upset big by the number 15 seed.
That's the
SB.
biggest. That is terrible. That is
What?
terrible. Bro, can't Kentucky getting losing like that.
Oh yeah,
That's
bro.
tough.
It's bro. We're seeing more and more 2 seeds lose every single year. You know
Pat,
what it is,
Cal,
bro? You know what I'm thinking? There really might be something to uh Kentucky getting all these one and dones versus these smaller schools who have dudes that play there 4 years and probably aren't going to go to the NBA, but they know like their system and they know how to play basketball well because they've been developed and coached for these past couple of years. There's something really about taking that over the young athletic high school guys that are coming into are just now getting to college.
most
There's something
definitely.
there.
Most definitely. And Calipari, man, I that's the coach name, right? Calipari. I hope I'm
Yeah,
not messing that up.
you're
Okay.
right.
He man, that's a terrible look, bro. I'm sorry, like that's a terrible look. He's about to be the head, like the most known, I would say, the face of college basketball, face of coaches. Because who else is there? Is Robert Williams retired? Didn't he? Robert Williams? Why am I saying? I don't even know if that's that man's name.
You're talking about the North Carolina head coach, right?
Yeah, North Carolina. Didn't he retire like last year or 2 years ago?
I don't know off the top of my head. Yes, he did because Herbert Davis is there.
Okay. So, dang, this is a very old picture of this man. Uh, Roy Williams, that's what I meant, not Robert. Roy Williams retired. Coach K is about to retire. Who else is a head coach that you really, really know their face in college basketball? Besides
Syracuse.
what? Who?
Boheim.
Who?
Boheim.
Is that okay? I thought you just named two different people.
Jim Boeheim. I said Syracuse. I said meaning like Syracuse head coach. Then I said Jim Boeheim. But Boeheim. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Is he's what has Syracuse done in the past couple of years?
Recent history. I see what you're saying, but historically, he's probably the biggest face in college basketball. Look at his running record. I'm pretty sure he has national championships. He's known for the 2-3 zone at Syracuse. Historically speaking, he's probably the one to be the most known head
Uh,
coach.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think Calipari is still. the face of college basketball now because after Coach K retires. And I just don't think he's getting it done. That is the worst way to go out. How? Never mind. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not going to do this. Gotta do better.
All right. So I was planning on showing you some videos, but we're already at 50. We're already at 50 minutes. We need to wrap this bitch up. So
Mm-hmm.
thank you guys for watching another episode of From Half Court, episode 16. We're going to be back with episode 17 Monday, so tune in for that. We're going to be back with more NFL free agency news, more NCAA tournament, and more what's going on in sports in today's day and age. So once again, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys Monday. Peace out.
Peace. Like, comment, subscribe. See y'all later.